Ladies and gentlemen, let me welcome you to Antyeshti Sanskar ceremony for the late Renuka. How old she was? 42 years. Departed in what they call at a young age. We are about to begin our ceremony. I want to ask you please all stand for a moment. We begin with opening prayer. You all concentrate on Bhagavan Krishna. Now, we may have people of different religious persuasions, but we keep saying God is one. So we concentrate on the divine as you know Him to be. And let's seek His blessings as we prepare to perform the final rites. Om Yang Brahma Varuninda Rudam Marutahastuna Divyaischavair Vedai Sanga Parkrama Upanishadair Gayanti Yang Samaga Dhyana Vaschitadgati Namansa Pashyanti Yang Yogino Yasyanting Na Vidhusura Surgana Devai Tasmai Namaham Om Sasankha Chakram Sakirita Kundalam Sapita Vastam Salasiruhekshanam Sahara Vakshas Chalashobi Kaustubham Namami Vishnu Sarisha Chaturbhujam Tadeva Lagnang Surinang Tadeva Tara Balam Chanda Balam Tadeva Vidya Balam Deva Balam Tadeva Lakshmi Pati Tinkrigang Smarami Om Tat Sat Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Bole Vrindavan Sri Krishna Chandra Ki. Kindly take your seats. Hopefully flowers. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before I begin the actual ceremony itself, I find it necessary, I always do, to take a few moments to explain what we are about to do, especially for the benefit of what we call the celebrants, and of course for all. Now, many of us have been to funerals before, and we say we're going to cremate the body, and you come, you see certain rituals being done. Many may not even understand why you do what you do. So this is why I feel compelled to just briefly explain. Now, what we are going to do, the ritual simply, we're going to offer water on the body, sprinkle 3 times, put chandan, flowers, mala, arti. And, well, of course, we put the pindas and so on. Now, many who witness what we do, and they want to be very critical of what we do, they say that we worship the dead. We worship the dead. And I always say, no, we don't worship the dead. Now, what we say as opposed to what we do, I mean, there's a contradiction. When we do puja, we offer water, chandan, arati, flowers, and so on. We're doing the same thing here, but I am saying, no, we're not worshipping the dead. So then, there has to be an answer to it. So, I put it in a perspective. Let's take it first generally. We all would have done some puja before. And when we do the final havan, we normally, the little bit that is left, we wrap it up in a leaf and we stand up and we perform what is called Purna Huti. Purnamida, Purnamidam, offer it into the fire. Now, life is supposed to be like a puja. Life. So in this context, what is puja? Puja made of two syllables, pa and ja. Pa, pap nashan, ja, janma vichhed. Any action that burns away sins and frees us from bondage is puja. So puja is not only sitting at a bedi. Most of us believe that alone is puja. That's ritual. And sometimes we sit at the puja and the intention behind the puja is not all that pure, if you understand what I mean. We pray for things, we actually bind ourselves. So if we understand what puja implies, any actions that burn away sins and frees us from bondage can be classified as puja. So in this context, everybody can perform puja, even non-Hindus too, if your actions are such. So basically this is what puja is all about, but the point is whether I perform, whether my life is a puja or not, I end up like this one day. And you have to perform the final rites. What we're doing here, preparing this body to offer it into the flames as Purnahuti, the final offering in the life of Renuka, to complete her life's puja. Understand? Now, we cannot do it for ourselves. So we always have someone to do it for us. Normally, one of the offspring, son, whoever has taken the responsibility. So this is what we are about to do here, to offer this lump of clay. My song harsh, but the lump of clay is molded in a certain fashion that we recognize to be wife, mother, sister, daughter, whoever it may be. But as it is right now, it's just like a lump of clay. It has outlived its usefulness. And we have to not just burn it. To burn it, we can just put gas and so on and burn it. No. But it has to be done with integrity, with great respect, reverence, because it is the final offering in life's puja. So this is what you're all about to do here. But that still doesn't explain why we offer the water and so on. So the body is made of 5 elements. Panchatattva. Akash, Vayu, or ether, air, fire, water, and earth. And if you notice, the offerings we make are basically 5. So what we are doing here, that we are offering, we are purifying this body, so to speak. Because whatever in puja we do, we try to purify it. So we are purifying this body to prepare it to offer into the flames to complete life's puja. But then what makes the difference between what we do here and in a puja itself? Same actions. The difference is the mantra. If I say the mantra, same mantra as in puja, as I say here, something is wrong with that. So the mantras make the difference, and the intent here is different. So this is what you're about to do. It's a sacred act. Now, many people, they claim that when somebody dies, it's Shruti and so on, whatever impurity is. If you notice, I give you Achman, Painti, Chandan, because you're going to perform puja. The final rite, so to speak. Final offering. So, this is the first thing we have to get very clear. It's not just to dispose of the body. The body has outlived its usefulness, and we prepare it. When you take it to the cremation site, you will see we put gugul, sugar, black tail, ghee. All those are ingredients of havan. So we are offering it as havan into the fire. Now, even here, again, we must understand some differences. Now, this is technical things that most people wouldn't be able to follow. But the fire that we offer in puja, or we consecrate, we say swaha, whatever, we offer this body into the flames, cremation site, is it the same fire? Now the fire is the same, but the invocation is different, it's referred to differently. So in puja, we call that fire Brahmagni. When it's funeral cremation to burn the body, we call it Kravyad Agni. It's different. When we do Pitra Havan and so on, that is referred to as Dakshin Agni. So fire, yes, same fire, but the function is different. So these technicalities mean normal people wouldn't be aware of these things, but as Pandits we should be aware of these things. So what we're going to do, as I mentioned, prepare this body, take it to the cremation site and offer it as a final offering, Purnahuti. So life will come to an end. This is the end of it. Renuka's life. Okay? So having said that, we have, I'd like to, clarify certain things where death is concerned. Now you'll have many cases where they say you have to have 5 people to perform the rites. And I've been saying from so long now, you don't have to have 5. You have to have at least 1, the main person. Now, I ask the question, if somebody has 8, 9 sons, and say the person die, what are you going to say? You have to use 5 only? Knock out 3, 4 on them? It makes no sense. All right? So that is one misconception we need to get clear out of our heads. All right? We have one main person, but others can also join. It's not a problem. It's absolutely no problem. Okay? So this is something to clarify here again. And as I mentioned, we talk about Chuti Har. We talk about when somebody died, they say Chuti Har. Well, ever heard that word? Never heard that word. The older people go, nobody would. Chuti Har. What does Chuti Har mean? When somebody died, they tell you in the house, you can't cook this, you can't eat that, you can't, that's different things. They say, what is Chuti Har? And you see, these terms are used and understanding isn't there. So what happens? Somebody died in Trinidad, some family in Canada, Chuti Har. And you have to ask why and how. Now, Chuti Har, impurities, is not something of a spiritual nature, spirit. It's a hygienic thing. So we go back to the past, way back in the past, many people die home. Right? They don't have modern technology. So people die home, where there's death, there's decay. And there's germs are created. So the Chuti Har really, actually, the creation of germs. This was why they would take down the curtains and, clean out and so on and so forth. But of course, most people, because you can't understand, they think it's spirit. Chuti Har. So it is a hygienic thing. So right now, we have the situation where people die in hospital, and sometimes a hospital goes straight to cremation site, cremate the body, where the Chuti Har is coming from. So you see, all with this practice and so on, notice, I don't know if they still do it, when you go cremation or say burial a long time and you come back, you have to go by the pipe and wash out your hand and show water behind your back and thing. Why? Most people think that so the spirit won't follow you back home. You're not supposed to show water behind your back, you're supposed to go home and bathe. Because you're associating with, coming close in contact with the dead body. Germs emanate out of it. But you see, part of the problem is whatever we do, had this genesis way back in India, thousands of years ago. Our ancestors brought those practices with them in Trinidad 100-something years ago. But with the passing of time, everybody hold on to the same blind practice without trying to understand what the thing is all about. So, with the Chuti Har thing now, we talk about shaving. They say when you shave is to remove the Chuti Har. You shave your head. Yeah? Now, in times gone by, even up now, many people, cremation day, Baba made them shave their head. I'm glad to see you all still have hair in your head. You still have a little bit, knowing. Yeah. Still have hair in your head, you shave. And then shaving day, you shave again. So, question is why? Now, the thing is that in India, way back in past, when people die, they cremate them the same day. Now, when somebody dies, why you shave your hair that day? Because you are going to live a life of asceticism, a life as a yogi. This is why they tell you, sleep in the gong, eat boiled food. No, they know why, you know. When somebody dead, you have to eat boiled food. You have to sleep in the gong. You can't come home after 6 o'clock. Spirit will follow you. This kind of thinking, not understanding that there is a deeper reason, a life of asceticism, a life of self-discipline. Now let's face facts. This is not India. Somebody died today, you perform the rites, you have to go to work tomorrow, otherwise you have to find a new job. If your job in construction, in that hot sun outside, you will say, I have to play yogi, I can't eat, go and climb on top there and fall in there and all too. You see, impracticality, not thinking. Now, if you understand you have a job to perform, work is worship, duty is God. So that if you have to go and do your work, the different circumstances in which we live, then you have to adjust and adapt to suit these circumstances. You don't have to starve and kill yourself. But go and do your job. But if you're home relaxing, lying by the bar, something wrong, fast. Lie down when you go and sleep. Don't drink no water yourself. So you can't drink alcohol either. You understand what I mean? So you have to understand these things are based upon certain reasons. And the shaving day when you shave, that's for purification. Now shaving day, they tell us 10 days. I don't know if the older people could remember, long time for ladies, they say shave 9 days. When they realize, they say, Dasga, they say, no, shave 10 days. So all kind of things, you know. Why 10 days? Now, when somebody dies, family and so on there, germs created, as I said, and we are told germs attach to the hair. To the hair. This is the exposed part of your body. So in India, 10 days, why 10 days? When people get COVID, how long you have to stay inside? And why? There's an incubation period for germs. You understand? So in this case, 10 days. Now, others may say no, because the soul going something, and in 3 days he goes somewhere, and 5 days, and 10 days he reach where? You could see the soul? All that is to hold people in grip. But when the practical side, right, 10 days, we say that is the incubation period. You go by the river. Why river? Because back in India, all the villages and so on, the main water course is river. So you go there, you bathe, you shave out your hair and so on and whatever else. Purification. Yeah. Now, look at the change in circumstances. When we had COVID, when they shut down all the rivers, where you shave? Shave home. Now somebody pundits tell you, no, that time shave home and come in the pundit and come in the temple and do the rites. And then before all that, once somebody dead, even after shaving, you can't come in the temple because somebody dead. You understand the kind of confusion we have in Hinduism? And that because of ignorance. We don't understand. So shaving, that point in time is a purificatory process. Right? But you know, I analyze differently. I am saying, in today's world, when you come back from cremation site, you go bathe. They have something called shampoo, right? Body wash. So you're using that every day after you come back. My question is, why you still shaving your head? I ain't saying don't do it, eh? I ain't saying don't do it. But if you look at the reason and the action, yeah. And I also believe that if you have to shave all the eyebrow and everything too. Yeah. You purify yourself totally. But all these are points people have to pay some attention to. And you know, it's a difficult thing to bring about change. Many people resist change. And they resist because of fear or ignorance. Right? But it's good to think what it is all about. So that shaving, who says you have to 10 days, but it's tradition. Nothing wrong, you want to maintain it, you maintain it. Bhandara. Right, I've been saying this wherever I go. They say Bhandara is 13 days. Yeah? And many pundits want to quote Garu Puran. Garu Puran says when a Sudra dies, Bhandara is 40 days. When a Vaishya dies, Bhandara is 17 days. When a Kshatriya dies, Bhandara is 13 days. When a Brahman dies, the Bhandara is 12 days. So if I ask you all, what are you? Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra. You even know what I'm talking about. You all know what lineage you belong to. Factors are changing. And if you notice now, everybody doing Bhandara in 13 days. So everybody becomes Kshatriya. If you understand all this, you ask the reason for the Bhandara and so on and so forth. You go back, if they say Chidananda Rupaha Shivoham Shivoham, my true nature is one with Shiva. There's a part of the slok says, Nam Adi Bheda Rahitam, Shadbhava Shunyam. What is that? That Atma, right, doesn't have a name. It has no distinction. Nam Adi Bheda Rahitam. Shadabhavya Shunyam. It has no distinction, no modifications. That is Atma. So the question is, when you die, that soul, is it Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra? Or that those things are attached to the body? Now these are theological questions. And I mean, in a form like this, I just like to mention because people might try to understand a little bit. Not that you could change it. But sometimes when we make certain adjustments, adaptations, people think we're doing stupidness. When they themselves don't understand why we're doing what we're doing. So I know change has had to come. And it's my firm conviction, when somebody dies, their karmas take them where they go. Not what we do. Not what we do. Well, and whatever we do after funeral day is for us. We all owe 5 debts. Debt to God, debt to the ancestors, to the sages, society, and the lower forms of creation. So when we shave, we say Renuka shaving. Renuka come in to shave? Who's shaving? And you see, the old misconception, cook a set of food and put outside, that is for her. Bhandara dinner. She come in to eat that? Anybody ever see somebody come to eat it? That food you put for the lower forms of creation. But you see, again, mental gratification, you know. Somebody like a certain kind of foods for the Bhandara, cook all that food and put outside. When they come back to go eat that. But they're not eating. I keep saying, when you say I living by what I like to eat, give me the meat. When I'm there, I can't eat. Now I keep saying, you know, that when you see I go through, whenever it is, God knows when, I like aloo too bad, boy. So when you see I dead, make sure you put fry aloo. You have to make chips. Aloo pie. Aloo and chana. Chana and ala. What kind of... Yeah, make sure you put a whole set of aloo there for me. Am I eating that? So if you understand all these things, I'm not saying don't do it, you know, the mental gratification, but don't say put that because the person like that. When a person is alive, and life is short, as we realize here, in a split moment, everything could happen, anything could happen. This is why we keep saying, do what I have to do today. Jo kal karna so aaj kar le. Jo aaj karna so ab kar le. What is to be done tomorrow, do it today. What is to be done today, do it now. Tomorrow never comes. So all these things we need to understand in life itself. They are lessons. I'm saying all these things for 2 reasons. One, let's not be caught up with blind following. And secondly, life is short. And all the good things and whatever else, the memories, I create them now. So I don't have any regrets. Now, nobody could stop this, huh? Vishy called me, I'm going to say it, 2 days ago. Guruji, I pray in holy. In mind always, I say mantra jap, whatever. And look what happened. How this happened. Why? In other words, we started to want to blame God. God not listen to you. Now I could understand we all become vulnerable when this happens. But then I mentioned the Rishi, I had to find an example. My father, well-known senior person, how many years he lived, how many people he helped, right? How much puja he did, whatever. One daughter he had and she died, 42 years old. Leaving behind 4 children. Yeah? His last son died, 42 years. 40 years he was 40. Now, if praying, helping, all this kind of thing, they shall still be living? Everybody has his own karma. And there's group karma. And when the karmas come to fruition, nothing could stop anything from happening. The time has come. You have to understand that. When Dashrath died, Bharat and Shatrughan, they were the maternal uncles home. Bharat getting bad dream, both of them. And they got up and they prayed, "Oh Gajanan Swami, Bholenath, Shivaji, protect my family. Make sure nothing goes wrong with them." What they prayed sincerely, Bharat and Shatrughan. Then 2 days after they get message, father died. Could the prayer stop it? All right, so then why I pray? The prayer helps me to cope with these circumstances. I develop an internal strength. We all have to develop it. So prayer is not wasted. Never wasted. And remember, we have to understand God knows best more than we know. Renuka could have remained there. She could have gotten worse, stroke, lying there like a vegetable, because I don't want her to go. So I'm making her suffer. What I'm saying, a scenario. Does that make sense? This is why we have to understand, as bitter as it may be, the Lord knows best. We have to surrender to Him. We're not in control. And karma's done, and the most powerful force of all is time. When the time comes, whatever is to happen, nobody could stop it. And if something is not to happen, no matter what you do, you, your father, grandfather, you can't make it happen. You understand? So the thing is that we have to do what we have to do. That self-effort is important. But don't think negatively and believe that because I pray, this shouldn't happen, that shouldn't happen. We don't know. We don't know what karma is. And I keep saying in recent times, be careful of what you wish for, because it might really happen. You might really get it, and then you really don't want it. We have to understand these things. It's a case of letting go and leave it in the divine's hands. So Rishi, it's difficult to say, this is the best that happened. But, hindsight is 20/20. So just to put it simply to you, for understanding's sake, there was a king, and he had his secretary, and they always had an argument. Secretary always say, whatever happens, happen for the best. King always say, talking stupidness. You always have that. Yeah? Heated argument. One day, both of them going for a horse ride, argument start. In the heat of the argument, they both of them got lost in the forest. So they had to stop right where they were. Sat down, the argument continuing. Whatever happens, happen for the best. No, you're talking stupidness. So what happened? The king had a little knife in his hand, took it out. And when people are very stressed out, they do different things. Some bite their finger, some pull their hair, some pull other people hair. Different things, no? The king got a piece of wood and started cut, and by mistake he cut out his thumb. Cut out his thumb. He said, "Oh, secretary, look, I've cut out my thumb." Secretary said, "Oh, king, whatever happens, happen for the best." This got the man more mad. Hit him a kick. You know where? "Go from here." He said, he took his kick and he gone. But while this king was sitting there, he tied up his hand and so on. In that part of the forest, there was a tribe of people who performed sacrifices. And not only animal, but human sacrifices. So they were looking, ignorance, we won't go into that. They were looking to get a specimen to offer to Kalima. Kalima want to eat. And they found the king. Powerful looking. They grabbed him. He protested, "You can't take me, I'm a king." Oh, they said, "No, better. Kali never eat a king yet. So you're going to eat a king today." Carried him home to the village, and they prepared him and so on. Next day was to be sacrificed. But there's always a high priest who oversees everything. So they had to bring this specimen to the high priest. When the fellow looked at this king, so wonderful. This fellow is royal blood. Kali will enjoy herself today. Take him away. Very good. They're going to sacrifice him. But if they took him away, or they were about to take him away, the priest saw the thumb, the bandage. He said, wait, bring him back here. Let me see what is that. Open that, let me see. When they opened it, missing thumb. The priest was angry. He said, "Oh, you fools, don't you know we have to offer something complete to Kalima? You gotta get a complete animal. This man part of his body missing. He no good, let him go." Now this king was shocked. He started to think, I mean, I cut off my thumb yesterday to save my life today. So he began to, he went looking for the secretary who by now believed the king had cooled down. And they both met up. And of course discussion started. The king said, maybe he's right, The secretary said, "King, listen to me. When I told you that yesterday, you hit me a kick and you drove me away. If you didn't kick me, and I would have been together with you, and was I complete? I would be a dead man, and you would have get away. Your kick saved me." Follow? Now the thing is that in the present we don't understand these things. We say that story. Analyze your lives and see. Everybody. There is a good reason for whatever happens, it's just we can't understand it. And the basic point is, from this perspective, karma is being exhausted, worked out. Everybody has karma. There's group karma. This family, I mean, how many young ones already passed away in this family? That is group karma. You are here because your karmas put you here. Right? In my family, Rishi, my father, brother, he lived until only 32 years old. But in that time he had 8 children, 5 boys and 3 girls. And the 5 boys died. Pandit. Who could stop that? Family, 32 years, one died 50, one died 40 something, one died 80 something. How she died? Picking grass, nobody home, and he fall and hit the head. 3 hours after, then they found her there. Otherwise she would not die yet. What causes all that? Something we have to understand. Karma. And karma, how it came about? Karma is not something by itself. It's something that we create. Our own karmas. Every one of us, we create karmas. We plant seeds. And time, in the passing of time, then we have fruition. This is the only thing about it we do understand. Sometimes I do something and I get away. I get away, why? You don't get away. Time. When you plant a seed, in our valley, you have to get fruit same time. In our language, we have to wait and water the plant and then it takes some time and afterwards then it will bear fruits. This is a cosmological law. So in other words, we have to accept and understand. If it could have been different, it would have been different. And it's easy now to start the blame. When something like this happens, it's you. If you do that, this won't happen. If you had done that, this won't happen. That is normal human reaction, which I say borders stupidity. Blaming. Blame doesn't help. Right? You could have done what you want to do. And when the time comes, Renuka had to go, nothing could stop it. Do you understand me, Rishi? This is what destiny has predicted, and we have to make it up to this point, and from now on, chali, go forward. There's very little we could do. As I said, if it could have been different, it would have been different. This is how it has to be. So I accept. And remember, you're not unique in this. Many people. Everybody has to undergo this at some point in time. Some later in life, some early in life. It depends upon the karma itself. Okay? And just bear this in mind. Ramayana says, nobody makes anybody happy, nor makes you sad. People are merely facilitators. It's your own karma that makes everything happen. In other words, be responsible. Take responsibility. Everybody understand that? You create your own destiny. Create your own destiny. And people are merely support systems, facilitators to bring to fruition our karmas. And you could think what? You could not believe it, you could reject it, it doesn't change the truth of it. Koi la kare chaturai, karma ka lekh mite nare bhai. You can't rub off karma. It will take effect. Okay? So the best we can do then is to intensify our present effort, pray plenty, because none of us are exempted from it. None of us. Anything can happen anytime. So what you do, you intensify your person's self-effort. Pray plenty. What you do, you build a protective shield around you. So when the reactions come, it doesn't affect you to that extent because you are protected. This is why you need to pray. Don't doubt your prayer. Don't doubt God. God not victimizing you. No. This is what has to be. Okay? So we can go on and on, but we don't have time to go on and on. I just thought a few points for understanding's sake and try to understand the philosophy. All right? So we have decided that shaving you do 10 days, is that right? Right, Sita? 10 days you do shaving? Yeah? We shave out the hair and then Yogini Baba, let's walk. Right? Yeah. And the Bhandava will be on the Monday. Right? So we're going to do it full as people like to do it. No problem in that. But I have done many Bhandavas already, 5 days. Because to me, it's not a feeding the soul. It is a case of me repaying my debt. These 5 debts that I owe. But you see, not everybody will be prepared to adjust to this kind of change. So, no problem. More sacrifice, better it is. Okay? So, Rishi, you okay? You can't be okay. But I want you to stay strong. All right? There's a reason for everything. You understand that and don't lose confidence in God. Don't lose that. Because life is empty without the divine. Now more than ever, you need the divine. And then you need to live to show that strength for your children. All right? You need to show the strength. And one of the things try to avoid very much, that always trying to blame one another for whatever is happening or whatever happened. That must never be. A house divided against itself is sure to fall. Okay? Now, I'm not saying anything by guessing, although you should realize that. Right? So sometimes, in a raving mind, you want to blame this. If you do that, this had to happen. Had to happen. And when you look at it, look, grandmother still living. How old she is? 90. Right? 90 years. Not fully aware of whatever, everything taking place, whatever, but she's still here. She's still here. And watch, young one. How many years are you thinking that she may go? She's still here. All that is destiny, boy. Like karma. We have no control over that. And once one of my god sisters, she was 94. I said, Didi, it's a blessing to live so long, eh? She started crying. I said, what are you crying for? What? She said, Bhai, it's good to live long. But when you live in and see your grandchildren dying in front of your eyes, I didn't see it from that perspective. Since then, I stopped praying to live long. I said, God, you decide. You decide. You see, so everything has a downside. Everything. So the only alternative really is to surrender to that powerful force and keep it there. Okay? Rishi, all the children, all understand what I'm saying? Right? Keep a firm, fixed mind and always remember, you do what your mommy would have wanted you to do. Be the best that you can be. Not squabble and create internal friction and blaming. That must never be. Don't let anybody put that in your head either. All right? Remember, everybody are merely instruments to bring about the fruition of our karmas. Okay? So, having said that, we're going to do what we have to do, and then we'll proceed further. Rishi, you okay? Feel free to talk to me again anytime. All right? So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to begin with the ceremony. Sita, who's singing? Are you singing now? 1 or 2 bhajan by time. But we could have the pandits to sing a few words by the time. Yeah. Yes? You would, yeah. All right. Here, I'll get the book and thing. And then you got to get glasses. In the meantime, no. Panditji, Paraswami, yeah.
Members of the bereaved family, ladies and gentlemen, you are here this morning to bid farewell to somebody who you knew. Now, I have not known the young lady personally, but I am related to this family because the daughter-in-law, granddaughter, my daughter-in-law is a grandchild of this family. So on behalf of she has gone to work, and her husband and the rest of my family, I extend my deep condolences to you. Paramacharya was giving you a discourse, and I know him for so long, there is nothing that you could add on what he has already said. In other words, whenever he takes up an issue, he clears everything. So there isn't much to say. So let me ask you to pray for the divine so that Bhagavan Vishnu will receive her. Let us pray. Om Yam Brahma Varunindra Ruddha Maratastunvanta Divyestave Vede Shanga Pradaktamo Panishade Gayanti Yam Samaga Dhyana Vatsityadgate Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yogino Yashyantam Nabida Sura Surgana Deva Yatasme Nama Bolo Vishnu Bhagavan Ki Jai.
Ardharam madhuram varanam madhuram nayanam madhuram hasitam madhuram hridayam madhuram gamanam madhuram madhuradhipateerakilam madhuram madhuradhipateerakilam madhuram vachanam madhuram chalitam madhuram vasanam madhuram valitam madhuram chalitam madhuram brahmitam madhuram madhuradhipateerakilam madhuram madhuradhipateerakilam madhuram venu madhuro renu madhuraha panir madhura padha madhura nrityam madhuram sakyam madhuram madhuradhipateerakilam madhuram madhuradhipateerakilam madhuram geetam madhuram leela madhura bhuktam madhuram suptam madhuram rupam madhuram tilakam madhuram madhuradhipateerakilam madhuram madhuradhipateerakilam madhuram karanam madhuram taranam madhuram haranam madhuram ramanam madhuram vamitam madhuram samitam madhuram madhuradhipateerakilam madhuram madhuradhipateerakilam madhuram gunja madhura mala madhura yamuna madhura vichi madhura salilam madhuram kamalam madhuram madhuradhipateerakilam madhuram madhuradhipateerakilam madhuram gopi madhura leela madhura युक्तं मधुरं भुक्तं मधुरं दृष्टं मधुरं शिष्टं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं गोपा मधुरा गावो मधुरा यस्तिर्मधुरा सृष्टिर्मधुरा दैत्यं मधुरं फलितं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम् अधरं मधुरं वरनं मधुरं वरनं मधुरं हसितं मधुरं हृदयं मधुरं गमनं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
Dear devotees, it is indeed a sad occasion when we look at it as our normal life to be here this morning. Many of us would not have planned this Thursday morning. This is what we would be involved in. I wish first of all to thank Pandit Hardev for being associated with our family for so long. Panditji, it might be close to 50 years and more that you have been associated with this family, close to that. And today, as he says, a young person in the family. Dear devotees, he spoke about the knowledge that is to be shared and to be gained. And many of you all, if you are not aware, in his quest to make sure that we understand what we are about, he has done an actual book on the Antyeshti and the funeral rites. The title, Panditji, is What You Should Know About the Funeral Rites, I think exactly the name. If you all read that book, dear devotees, you will understand a lot of what we are about, but more importantly, you will understand that transition from the thousands and hundreds of years ago to what we are today. Panditji, this family owes you a debt that it could never repay, never repay. Dear devotees, just to observe the protocol, Pandit Ram, Pandit Videsh, there are other Pandits here. If I miss out anybody, my apologies. Rishi is devastated with the loss of Renuka. And just as Panditji pointed out to him, it's not a time to lay blame. It's not a time to question your prayer. Sita, just one moment now. Yeah. Dear devotees, he is devastated. And as Panditji has explained to him, everybody in the family, the children, the parents, the husband, the wife, really the Lord is all of these to us, all of these to us, so that when you feel you have lost her, the Lord is still with you. When you feel the relationship is severed, he is still with you. As Panditji asks, you all don't quibble, live with one another. I would add one thing, Panditji. They should rely not on each other. That may sound contradictory. Rely on yourself. Rely on your Lord. Rely on your faith. When Rishi was telling me about how he was feeling, I mentioned one thing to him. Panditji spoke about the prayer of Bharat and Shatrughan when they were getting the bad dreams and so. When eventually Bharat met Sri Ram in the forest, and told him about the death. Sri Ram told him, he told Bharat, he said, do not grieve for our father because he performed his duty. Renuka has performed her duty to you, to the children and so, for the time that she was allowed to do it. For that time, that is the time by her karma that she was allowed to do it. You now have to do your part, the children have to do their part. As I say, rely on yourself and rely on your faith. Before I close, dear devotees, in the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 6, it is stated by Krishna Bhagavan, for those, as Arjuna asked him, for those who have not attained you in this life, what is their position? You might be concerned, although she did Havan regularly, went to the mandir, and so if she realized the Lord. And Krishna Bhagavan, he gave the assurance, whatever merit, whatever good karma, whatever religious or spiritual attainment you have, that goes to you in the next life, in your next form, whatever you take. So she will not lose that rishi. All the prayers, it is not wasted. She has carried that forward wherever she has gone now. Boliye Sri Ram Chandra ki jai. Om ya atmada baladaya yasya vishwa upasite prashisham yasya devaha yasya chayamritam yasya mithyu kasmai deva havisha vidhimam. Sabko Sitaram.
All right. Everybody finished duality, right? Okay, come. Come back here. Line up. They take flowers again. You have some other malas to put there, darling? Oh, you can use it out now, right? Yeah. Thank you very much, Pandit Parasaram and Maharaj. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have performed the rituals, and we have emphasized, as you have heard before also, the importance of karma in life. I always like to go back to this. Kabir Das, a great poet and sage, he said, Kabira, jab hum paida hue, jag hase hum roe. ऐसी करनी कर चलो हम हंसे जग रोए. So Kabir Das observed something. When we are born, what is the first thing we do? You might not know, but we cry. And if we don't cry, they make us cry. But one thing for sure, you have to cry. But the reason for that is to take your first breath when you cry. Now Kabir observed that when I cry, people laugh. They laugh in joy. Ah, the child is born. There's a joy recognizing the child is alive. So Kabir is seeing something different here. He says, I am crying, but the world is laughing. But aisi karni kar chalo. I perform such actions in my life that when I go laughing, and I leave the world crying. So what is the difference between the beginning and the end? Karma. That is the operative word. That is the principle. Newton's third law, even scientifically. Every action has equal and opposite reaction. Alright? So we have spoken a lot about that. And all I want to say to all of us, we still have some time yet, we don't know how much. Make use of the time wisely. Remember, time, tide, opportunity, wait on no man. So this moment is what counts. You know, there's that song by the late Mukesh Chandra Mathur. I won't sing it. He says, Eka pal hai hasana, eka pal hai rona. Kaisa hai जीवन का खेला. Eka pal hai मिलना, eka pal बिछड़ना. दुनिया है दो दिन का मेला. One moment I laugh, next moment I cry. Life is laughing and crying. As we keep saying, waves and troughs, you know. The dualities. Kaisa hai जीवन का खेला. What kind of life is this? What kind of game is this? एक पल है मिलना, एक पल बिछड़ना. One moment we meet, next moment we separate, never to meet again. दुनिया है दो दिन का मेला. Life is like a marketplace, we say. We come for a day or two, and we go back home. So then how should I live? What is the philosophy? ये घड़ी न जाए बीत. This moment should never be wasted. The moment that we have. And devotees, we understand that this moment, see what is happening now? It never ever comes back. Never ever ever comes back. Sometimes we have to remind ourselves of that. Okay? And many of us, we waste time. in idle pursuits, other things, not realizing that time-tied opportunity not going to come back. Never ever. So when I analyze that, I say to myself, you know what? Life is too short for conflicts. Too short for all the nonsense that is taking place. One-upmanship, smartmanship, different things you have, games people play. Life is too short for that. Life is comprised of memories. Notice, we say you're going to remember Renuka. What are you going to remember? All the memories are going to come back. All the memories. Devotees, we don't realize it, but we live in memories, you know. And it depends upon the memories we create that determines what happens to us, what life is right now. So what I am saying that, you know, let's create beautiful memories. So when the time does come, and it is inevitable, ek din hame bhi jana hai. We all have to go. We all have to go one day. If I create beautiful memories, when that opportunity, when that occasion does come, at least I have something in my mind pleasant to live with. Rishi, go to Ramayana, Shiv Puran, Sati burnt herself in the father's ear. We all heard a katha. Bhagwan Shankar Ramayana tells us on Kailas Parbat. He said, "Oh Parvati, I couldn't stay. Because every side I turned, I saw something to remind me of you." They say a thing of beauty is a joy forever. That is if your beloved ones are with you. The very same things of beauty, Lord Shiva said at that point in time, "Oh Parvati, caused me pain. Because you were not there to share it with me." So what I did, I left Kailas Parbat and I traveled northern direction, the Ramayana Katha. Nilgiri Parbat, where he saw Kagbhushund, being going to details. Beautiful Katha. And he said, by listening to Ramayana Katha, earlier on my mind was distressed. There are 5 mental planes, all of us. Raving mind, forgetful mind, oscillating mind, one-pointed and restrained. So raving mind, when something happened, like when this just happened, everybody agitated, right? Blaming, you should do this, you should not do that, you should not do that. Raving mind. Then you have the forgetful mind, people go into a state of depression. Oscillating mind, now you start to analyze, right? If the doctor had done this, this would not have happened. If the doctor had done that, we start to, but we don't know. But then you have to go to a higher level, one-pointed. You have to keep your mind focused. As you say, there's nothing we could do, except what we have to do and go forward. Now that is important at this point in mind. At this point in time, Bhagavan Shankar tried to find something to put his mind on, to occupy the mind. He saw beautiful sights, forests, woods, etc. Everything of beauty he saw caused him pain. This is why I keep saying a thing of beauty is a pain forever when your loved one's not with you. Yeah? So in other words, physical sights didn't really cause him any kind of joy. Because memories were there, pain. He kept on traveling. And when he reached Nilgiri Parbat, the only thing to really take him out of that state, Sri Ram's Katha. In other words, higher thoughts, devotion to the Lord. So you're praying all the time, the family praying, the way to survive is through prayer. Prayer is the most powerful force that there is. Don't doubt it. If you're doubting prayer, it's yourself you're doubting. Whether you're praying conscientiously or not. But you can't doubt prayer. Prayer is all powerful. So we are saying, true success can come through prayer. So put your minds in prayer, occupy your minds, and for all of us who are here, remember memories. Memories. Ask yourself, if the near and dear one were to pass out now, what kind of memories do I have? What kind do I have? And then, as I said, we still have time. Let's create beautiful memories. And if, say, we are antagonistic towards each other, is it too much to say, I'm sorry? Huh? When you can't say, I'm sorry, even if you're right, means ego is very powerful in you. Pacify, settle things, be calm. Life is like a bubble, it can burst at any moment. And we don't want to have regrets. And I'm talking from a point of experience, you know. Regrets? I was doing Bhagavad. My father went hospital. Sunday I did Bhagavad. Monday I did Bhagavad. I could have gone to see him, eh? I could have gone to see him. Too busy. Too busy. Tuesday, just after morning session, message came. Papa died. Never to ever seem to talk to him again, ever. And I could have, but too busy. We are caught up with other things, no? I have experience with these things, devotees. My mother likewise in India, on machines. On the machine, she said, she called my name, she said, he's sick. I was really sick. Thousands of miles away, born between mother and child. I could have gone to see her. When everybody said, come down, why don't you go and see? The day I canceled my yajna and pujas and everything to go, that same night she died. Never ever. I could remember quite vividly in my mind walking with her together to go to that security in the airport, not realizing that never ever will I see my mother alive again. Now whose baggage is that? I say it, because it is my baggage. When I say, don't put off for tomorrow, it's from experience, because we have done that in our ignorance and not realizing how it come back to pain us. My sister likewise, all my family so Panditji. My sister dying, 42 years. The village just not too far away. The son called me. I said, come in. When I come out, Pandit blocked me by the road. I wouldn't call his name. I said, my sister dying. Just 5 minutes. 5 minutes, 15 minutes. By the time I go, sister died. But I don't blame the Pandit. Right? I mean, if this is destiny, it has to be. Right? Worse than that, first year of school, I went to school. I taught the Mova Lavandil. My principal morning, the first day of school, meeting everybody, January month, first day of school, meeting everybody. And for some reason, I don't want to see that man. Believe me. I walked out the staff room. I don't know what caused all that. And when he passed all by me and come back, then I come back. Only to hear in the evening time, the fellow got a burst of vein in his head and he died. Never ever. A very good person. Very, very good person. So what I'll say to all of us, since then I try not to carry baggage and to do what I have to do. I don't want to leave you in any strange terms. It mustn't happen, And sometimes I pull a fast one too, no? One day it was in Rishi, I tripped on my duty and I fell down inside the house. So I told Godmother, well, I get up, I say, I want to see two things here. When I fall, I get up, you have to pick me up. And the second thing, if I leave in whatever you have to say to me, make sure it's the right thing you say, because it might be the last thing you say to me. I find the opportunity to say something, It taught me a lesson also. If I have to just move away from you, shouldn't I leave with some good thoughts, something positive? Or should I leave with anger, abuse? I carry that baggage. And society today, ladies and gentlemen, we all know, it's filled with this kind of attitude. This ego, this attitude. Put it simply, let love prevail now. This is about love. Love is the only cord that can bind the Lord, can bind him, nothing else. Prem ki nadiya jivan naya, chinta kya, jo Bhagwan ke vaya. Love is like a river, life is like a boat. That boat that sails along the river of love. Chinta kya, why need worry? Bhagwan ke vaya. God becomes the boatman. God becomes the boatman. So it's up to all of us. Remember, we are responsible for ourselves. We create our own destiny, our own karmas. Don't blame nobody. Whatever happens, take responsibility. But the thing is, I can create a beautiful life. It's what I do. It is within my power. And remember, God doesn't make anybody do anything good or bad. You have a free will, free choice. Everybody. This is why Jaisa Karni Vaisa Bharni. Okay? Every cause has an effect concealed. Every effect is cause revealed. Straightforward in life. And this is for everybody. This is not religion here. This is spirituality. Hindu, Muslim, Christian, atheist, no matter who you are, these cosmological laws are for everybody. You can't get away. Okay? So, we create our destiny. Renuka has created a destiny. She's gone on. And we just have to do what we have to do. So, life what can we say about life? To put it first, we focus more on death. Death is but an aspect of life. The destruction of one material form is but the prelude to the building up of another. We're going to cremate this body. You get ashes? Molecules still there. These molecules will join other molecules to form other bodies. Life continues. Death is but an aspect of life. And the body is never more alive than when it's dead. It is alive in its units, but dead in totality. If you analyze his body, the cells, they're still life. Still life. Right? But as a total unit complete, it doesn't function. We say it's dead. But there is still life. Death is a transition. So as Panditji mentioned, right, your karmas, everything you do, you go to next birth, your karmas create a situation, next life, where you continue. You don't lose out. You don't lose out. You continue from where you have left off. So this is for everybody to understand. And remember, again emphasizing, you create your own destiny. Take charge. Okay? All right, so we won't prolong for too much more. I just want to, let's all join together in, I was told by somebody that unless we sing this bhajan, the funeral will finish. I don't know why. So it's just Jai Krishna Hare, Sri Krishna Hare, right? Simple bhajan. And it is very meaningful. You know, we praises to you, O Lord. You remove the unhappiness of all those who, all your devotees. You remove the unhappiness. So, O Lord, we surrender to you. When on the four sides there is darkness, you become the boatman. So, I would like you to join me as we sing this bhajan. Yeah? We will join this bhajan, and then afterwards, Viresh, Pandit Viresh, you will. And Mommy say you want to say something? You're talking for him? All right. Okay. So let's join together. Okay. Everybody knows this bhajan, so. Jai Krishna Hare Sri Krishna Hare दुखियों के दुख दूर करे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे दुखियों के दुख दूर करे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे जब चार तरफ अंधियारा हो जब चार तरफ अंधियारा हो आशा का दूर किनारा हो और कोई न खेवन वाला हो और कोई न खेवन वाला हो फिर तू ही बेरा पार करे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे दुखियों के दुख दूर करे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे विष को भी अमृत कर दे तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे विष को भी अमृत कर दे पूर्ण कर दे सबकी आशा पूर्ण कर दे सबकी आशा जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे दुखियों के दुख दूर करे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे तेरे दर्शन को मैं तरस रहा, तेरा नाम केवल जपत रहा। तेरे दर्शन को मैं तरस रहा, तेरा नाम केवल जपत रहा। भाव सागर से मोरी नैया, भाव सागर से मोरी नैया, क्षण में जाय कि न रहूं, क्षण में जाय कि न रहूं। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे। दुखियों के दुख दूर करे, जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय 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 कृष्ण हरे. So devotee, just bear in mind that life is nothing but an empty dream. Empty dream. Many of us, we try God comes as a last resort. No. Remember, life is like a square. You have 4 equal angles. For a square to be a square, you have to have 4 equal angles. And this represents man. Spiritual, social, physical, and mental. If any angle is bigger or smaller, you don't have a square again. So you have to have the 4 spheres of life in equilibrium. Spiritual, mental, physical, and social. Notice, most people pay attention to the physical, social, and mental at the expense of the spiritual. But if the square is twisted, there's only one angle you need to rectify mathematically. That is the spiritual angle. If the spiritual angle is rectified strong, everything in life is strong. So therefore, we must not forget that, Lord. You notice, no matter what, everybody, even when the bandits get shoot devotees, you have to have the praying for them. When they live in, why they ain't praying? Prayer, spirituality, that is the key. Don't let life be empty. And I'm making this special appeal because in my own estimation, spirituality is dying. This is why we have so much corruption, cheating, dishonesty, different games being played. And spirituality is not religiousness. We have plenty of religious fanatics. We don't have too many spiritualists. So I'm saying build spirituality. Pass it on to your children. Because if you don't, you're going to expose them to all the negativities of this world. Spirituality is the key. And love is the basis of everything. Love. Can't go wrong, devotees. Okay? So having said that, I want to proceed to conclude. I want to invite you to please stand, those of you who could stand. And we do Jai Jagadish Hare Sita. You sing it for us, right? Everybody will join together in Om Jai Jagadish Hare.
ॐ जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे भक्त जनों के संकट दास जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर ओम जय ब्लैक बाग जो ध्यावे फल पावे दुख बिन से मन का स्वामी दुख बिन से मन का सुख संपत्ति घर आवे सुख संपत्ति घर आवे कष्ट मीटे तन का ओम जय जगदीश हरे मात पिता तुम मेरे शरण गहु किसकी स्वामी शरण गहु किसकी तुम बिन और न दूजा प्रभु बिन और न दूजा आशा रोज सकी ओम जय जगदीश हरे तुम पूरन परमात्मा तुम अंतरयामी, स्वामी तुम अंतरयामी। पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर, पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर, तुम सबके स्वामी। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। तुम करुणा के सागर, तुम पालन करता, स्वामी तुम पालन करता। दीन दयालु कृपालु, दीन दयालु कृपालु, कृपा करो भरता। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। तुम हो एक अंगोचर, सबके प्राणपति, स्वामी सबके प्राणपति। किस विधि मिलो दया में, किस विधि मिलो दया में, तुमको मैं कुमति। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। दीन बंधु दुख हरता, ठाकुर तुम मेरे, स्वामी ठाकुर तुम मेरे। अपनी हाथ उठावो, अपनी हाथ उठावो, द्वार पर तेरे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। विषय विकार मिटावो, पाप हरो देवा, स्वामी पाप हरो देवा। श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ावो, श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ावो, संतन की सेवा। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे। भक्त जनों के संकट, दास जनों के संकट, क्षण में दूर करे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे।
ओम अनादि निधिनो देव शंख चक्र गदाधर, अक्षय पुंडरीकाक्ष प्रेत मोक्ष प्रदो भव। ओम कृष्ण कृष्ण कृपालु त्वं गतिनां गतिर्भव, संसारार्णव मग्नानां प्रसीद पुरुषोत्तम। ओम आत्मा शांति, आत्मा शांति, आत्मा शांति। We join together in concluding devotees. Om Tvameva Mata Cha Pitah Tvameva, त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव, त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव, त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। हरि ओम्। बोले वृंदावन श्री कृष्ण चंद्र की जाय, सच्चे सनातन धर्म की जाय, बोले श्री स्वहा माता की जाय। Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the family, let me say many thanks to all of you for having turned out here this morning in such large numbers to pay final respects to Renuka. Those of you who have not yet viewed the body, you may come and do so in an orderly fashion. Within 10 minutes, I would like to leave. So blessings and many thanks to all of you. And bear in mind, Shivan, following Saturday, and Bhandava on the 11th, Monday 11th. Blessings and many thanks to you. You can take your seats. Yeah, okay, but Ladies and gentlemen, while you making your offering, the children would like to say something on behalf of the mummy, so we'll do this in the meantime, okay? But quietly, come and make your offerings, come.
माँ सुनाओ मुझे वो कहानी जिसमें राजा
I never thought this day would come so soon, nor would I ever be in such situation. I really wish you were here right now with me, alive. I'm missing you a lot. I'm still in dilemma, wondering if it's real or not. I just know for sure, at this very moment, you're in a better place than here. I just want you to be really happy. I must say, I got the most beautiful mom in the entire world, with such a sweet smile that wins everyone's heart. When you're excited and happy about something, you look very cute. I wished you smiled more than being sad in this life, but I hope it's different wherever you are. You are a very strong woman. No matter who tried to bring you down, be it family or friends, you stand strong still till the very end, and I'm very proud to have you as my mom. I just wish I could hug you and feel your motherly warmth and comfort again. Now I just have the beautiful memories we made to hold and cherish. Thank you for making me happy and for helping me. Also, I would want you to know that Auntie Reshma, Uncle Rakesh, Auntie Nellie, Auntie Rachel, Pamela Pua, and Amanda, the ones who were really there for you and were close to you, they truly miss you. We all miss you a lot. You went over many hearts with your kind soul. Now, home isn't home without you. It's just empty and cold. But please give me strength to face this, and my siblings, we need you. Mom, I really love you. I promise you I will try my very best to be happy because I know you always wanted me to be happy. And I'll always make sure that my siblings will do well. Mom, I really love you. I never thought I would be without a mom on this day, but I hope in my other lives you will be my mom again and that it will last longer. I love you, Mom. Also, on behalf of Mom, I would like to thank everyone who was there to support her and who was always there helping her and who had never had any bad things to say to Mom. And I mean it with family and friends. Okay? I thank you very much.
Sitaram, my dearest wife Renuka, you're the best thing that ever happened to me. When I met you 23 years ago, my life changed. You give me love, stability, and hope. You are my soul, my happiness, and my everything. Without you, I am lost. I need you so much. You took care of your father. You took care of your mother. You took care of your sister. And then you took care of your mother-in-law for 20 years. Sometimes I feel I'm the luckiest person in the world because Param Krishna gave you to me as a temporary gift. And I will definitely go through the same pain again and again, many lifetimes just to be with you. You have given me 4 beautiful kids that I will love, cherish, and protect for the rest of my life. I promise you my love. And the next 7 births, I am yours forever. When I die in this life, I hope you are waiting for me so I can be happy once again. Love you, love you, love you.
आज अंधेरे में है हम इंसान, ज्ञान का सूरज चमका दे भगवान। आज अंधेरे में है हम इंसान, ज्ञान का सूरज चमका दे भगवान।